Okay, so here's the story. This is the water heater for the laundry. This is the water heater for unit 3. This is a 40 gallon single wall. And why is it installed like this? Well, I was over here Saturday and did this installation based off of photos and memory of seeing these water heaters, and I thought these, well, the old one is right here. Thing's crusty. That's the old one. I thought, oh, it's a single wall 40 gallon, no problem. Get here on Saturday to install, and nope, 30 gallons, and this doesn't fit right there. So that's a 30 gallon, and that will fit there. But the good news is unit 4, which is it's the one at the end here, unit 4, their water heater also has to be replaced. He in unit 4 has a 30 gallon as well. However, I measured, and with 90%, I'm going to say 95% certainty, this is going to fit in his little closet up there. So that's what we're going to try to do. Let's put that upstairs in his unit, and if that doesn't fit, then I have another property that I can install that at. So I kind of got lucky. That I'm not eating the cost of a water heater. Well, I wouldn't really be eating the cost. I do so many of these that give it a month and I would be able to use it. So, all right, we're gonna get the drip tee set up. There's no room in here. They need an expansion tank, but there's no room in here to install one. So, as a matter of fact, none of the water heaters in this entire building have an expansion tank, and there's a PRV, which closes the loop, so you have to have an expansion tank. I'm gonna try to install one in unit 4, but it's not ideal because these water heaters are inside, and if they start blowing off at the TMP, you're screwed. And as a matter of fact, the owner was telling me that about 20 years ago that exact scenario happened. The TMP started blowing off and it flooded this back here, and the only unit with a Watts 210 is unit 4. I'm sorry, I keep saying 4. That's unit 5. Unit 4 doesn't have one. Units 1 and 2 don't have a Watts 210. They're all inside on the second floor. The only water heater that's outside is unit 3. So I'm not too concerned about having a thermal expansion tank because there's really, if it starts blowing off, it's not that big of a deal. We got concrete right here. So, all right, let's get this prepared. Drip tee in. This is for gas right here, natural gas. Yes, I understand we all live in different areas. We are allowed to use this on gas. In Massachusetts you can't, so I get it. All right, this is getting there. We're gonna have to redo this vent. It's pretty crusty. We just threw this together as fast as possible on Saturday. So, all right, we're getting there. I'm gonna go ahead and take this expansion tank off, and hopefully we'll have room for it in unit 4 or 5. I can't remember. And we're going with a new Watts 210. This thing's almost $700. I got the longest flex. These are 72 inches. It's expensive, man. It was like, for this and all that was $1,700 almost, like $16.97 or something. Okay. What next? I'm gonna reuse this. I'm gonna reuse this TMP. So we'll take this tape off. We're gonna reuse the TMP and the 30-gallon, and then the one that comes with the 30-gal here. I'm gonna keep that and use that for the service call. So I quite frequently get calls for TMPs leaking just because they got old or the homeowner messed with it and it won't stop shooting off water. So I'm going to take that out. The vent. Okay, put that there. That hood we'll reuse. We're reusing the earthquake straps. So, alright, let me take this off. Okay, brand new TMP. Put that sucker. Let's just make sure, pretty sure these are identical. Hang on. Oh, look, a hummingbird. I love hummingbirds. Okay, these are exactly the same. So we'll just put some more tape on that and reuse it. Alright, that's the 30-gal. And the door will most certainly close. For sure. Alright. The vent is going to be tough. But okay, that vent actually fit in there perfectly. So water's back on. I just got to do the TMP. And then we're going upstairs with this big boy. Okay. All good, all good. Now let's just light it and we'll be done. Okay, that's good. Now, Watts 210 on this bad boy. This is a Watts 210 valve, and this takes the place of the TMP. What you just saw me soldering is a TMP, temperature and pressure relief. This takes the place of that when you don't have an area in which the TMP can safely discharge. So as you saw in here, did I lock myself out? Yeah, I did. Whatever. But as you saw in here, the TMP was discharging 6 inches above the concrete floor. Not a problem. But as I was describing in the beginning of the video, the TMP that we have in here was like that, but in Unit 5. and it started to blow off steam for like 24 hours, and it flooded this whole area. So that's why, and I'll show you in a second, that's why Unit 5 has a Watts 210. So that didn't happen again. But basically, this, you see the in, you see the out. The in goes to the gas supply, which is typically on the left, and then the out goes down and into the top of the drip tee. That's why I have these ultra long gas flexes. You can pipe this in several different ways. You can hard pipe it out and to the side and then bring it down and then use these, or what I'm going to do today is you can just basically run these super long gas flexes from the gas supply to the 210 here and then down to the drip tee. So the way it works is when this little thermometer, if this thermometer senses a certain temperature, there's too much pressure, this valve shuts off the gas flow to the gas control valve. And when the gas flow is shut off to the gas control valve, the water heater stops heating the water. So it prevents too much thermal expansion by stopping the water heater from functioning completely, therefore saving your unit number 5 from flooding. In this case, with the TMP routed just to the floor, it's concrete, doesn't matter, the TMP would just blow off steam constantly, and it'll keep doing that if there's too much thermal expansion. So that's why it's good to have Watts 210 valves in areas that aren't safe for water getting blown out. So that's how that works. Okay, so here's the current water heater. That goes into the 210, and then that's piped around to the back side here. That black iron right there is the gas. So let's hope a 40 gal will fit in here. I think it will. We might have to take this off though. It's a tight fit, but I mean there's quite a bit of room on either side. It's draining. This is from 2014. The owner said to replace it because he's afraid that that leak is going to happen again. Basically, he told us to replace any water heater in the building that's over 10 years old. So 2014. All right, there you go. Flex going straight in. Oh, that's the out, but the gas was already brought up with a black iron nipple. It's probably a 24-inch nipple, so I was able to use the shorter one. That's how you install Watts 210 in California, at least. We're required to use these. I try to sneak a expansion tank in here. But we're gonna set this vent. This vent's gonna line up perfectly. Brant went to get his drill so we can get those off. All right.
Okay. Our min and password for her on our record.
Okay, that's it, man.
Yeah.